Good evening, folks. This is Deb Delapiana, and this is the Factivist Report for Sunday, the 15th of May. Something a little bit different tonight. It's going to be short and sweet. Dave is going to have the floor, and he has got a wake-up call for men. So, men, I would assume that you will want to pay attention to this. Take it away.
I'm going to appeal to all men. I know that men are going to say, hey, I'm a good guy. I take care of my mother, sister. I take care of my girlfriend. All right. So we all are impulsive guys. We're pretty simple to figure out. When we're hungry, we eat. When we're tired, we sleep. And when we have that urge, we're going to want to have sex. Okay, so just realize that all of this that is going on, whether you think you care about this or not, first off, as we have spoken before, abortion issues will lead into other issues, which will lead into potentially sex outside of marriage becoming illegal. That's way on down the road. But the next thing is going to be contraception. So I'm hearing a lot about men wanting men's rights. If they want a baby and the woman does not want to have a baby, he gets her pregnant. Or if a man doesn't want a baby and she wants the baby. Here's the thing. I'm going to show you something. This is an old, ancient story. Okay, women are smart. They are wily. If you have ever had a girlfriend, if you have ever had a wife, you know this. An ancient Greek story called Lysistrata. This is a play where women plan not to have sex with their men to stop the Peloponnesian War. Do you think that, given the fact that a large percentage of women who have abortions already have children, number one, I believe it's 56%. We'll go into that next week. Most single parent families are mothers, 86%. And there is a push to stop contraception being legal. You think women aren't going to hold out? You're out of your mind. So you might want to think about it. And you might, want to think about plan. Here is the most humorous counter argument that I have heard in a very long time. Okay. Nick Fuentes, redefining the term gay. Having sex with women as a man is gay. I don't think that most heterosexual men, even those who are vile enough to follow Nick Fuentes on other issues, you're going to lose them there. Just saying. White nationalist praises involuntary celibacy. First off, he's a voluntary, involuntary celibate, however the hell that works.
So he says.
I
can't imagine anyone finding him worth going to bed with. I mean, I understand I'm a lesbian, but whatever. Okay. I don't think he's as voluntary as he's letting on that he is.
Fuentes complained about people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend. This is a raw story. The author is Bob Brigham from May 14th, 2022. So people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend. Word salad time. I think if anything, it makes me less gay. If anything, it makes me not gay as opposed to less gay. Not that there's any gay, but it makes me not gay. Methink thou dost protest too much.
We just think you are unattractive to women because of your attitudes. That's me thinks.
Fuentes went on to describe how he has never been in a romantic relationship or had sex with a woman, but is more heterosexual than anybody. Now, first off, Deb has a theory that he is self-loathing and potentially really denying it. He's in denial at this moment. But if we're really being honest, never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman really makes you more heterosexual, because honestly, dating women is gay. And if you want to know the truth, the only really straight heterosexual position is to be an asexual incel.
Okay.
Men have things that they want. As I said, when they're hungry, they eat. When they're tired, they sleep. When they have that urge, they're going to want to do something. Unless you want to meet Mr. Right and Mrs. Left, you're going to want to think about this and be responsible. This group, the Factivist Project, will be researching and promoting legislation to make men more responsible when things like this happen. Very few people that I know on this earth have not made dumb mistakes, dumb dating mistakes, dumb, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas mistakes. Very few people, but you have to take responsibility for things that happen, and don't leave one person holding the bag.
Here's the way I look at it. If
Yeah.
they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade, and let's get real here, I have this theory that close to 99% of the time, the woman's going to be left holding the bag. I really do think that there need to be laws passed that make men financially responsible. Now, I'm not asking that they move into the home with the woman and take responsibility for the child. God knows. You cannot force that, but you can force them to pay up. Okay?
Yeah. There are cases, again, I will go into it next week. There are legal cases where a man wants a woman to carry a baby to term, and he can say, hey, I will pay for it, but he wants to take her to court and make her have the child. Ultimately, it is the woman's decision.
How you look at it.
In ideal circumstances, and I have been married for over 25 years to a very wonderful woman who's in the other room, probably has her headphones on, but I'm in an ideal situation. But faithful, the whole bit. I've been extremely lucky, so I understand that there are other situations out there. But men, wake up, because the sexual revolution is over. Free love is over. Ain't nothing ever been free, but it's over. That's it for me.
Well, in closing, next week, I don't actually know when this decision is going to be handed down, but I do think that something is afoot with John Roberts.
I do too.
I do think that John Roberts is probably trying to strong arm one of the triumvirate losers that Donald Trump appointed.
Gorsuch.
Trying to get them to settle on taking Roe v. Wade down to maybe 15 weeks. I don't know that that's a number. I'm just throwing that out there because
they actually put that number out there.
They did.
They put that number out there, yeah.
And the reason I said it is because there are a number of bills statewide that are at 15 weeks right now.
Yeah.
If you're Greg Abbott, you're at 6 weeks. But I want to just state this. That is being done. And please don't tell me that Supreme Court justices aren't politicians, because they most certainly fucking are. Okay? They most certainly are. They're appointed by politicians. Okay? Presidents are politicians. They are political animals, and they have proven it time and time again.
Yeah.
So I do believe that that is because there may be some pressure being exerted by the GOP because they're worried about the midterms. Don't fall for it, folks, because you know what? If you relax and the GOP takes power back in 2022 in the midterms, they're already floating the idea of a nationwide ban on abortion. Be vigilant. You know, if they cut it to 15 weeks, that's not okay. All right. It's not okay. It's not okay.
Yep.
Don't start thinking, oh, we can breathe, because that's how they whittle away at your rights. This won't stop here. It won't stop at 15 weeks. Okay.
And guys, you've been warned.
You've been warned. Everybody's being warned. I'm warning all the women out there too, not to fall for it. All right. But we will see you guys next week. This one is short but sweet. Next week, it will be lengthier. So prepare yourselves. Enjoy this little respite from our wonderful faces.
Yep.
We'll talk to you all next week.